Hello and welcome to episode 26 of the Wholistic Me podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Bravo, and today I want to share with you my favorite essential oils for immune support. So let's get to it. All right, so today I want to talk to you about immune support. And this is what I've got for you. All right, I've got two of my favorite blends to help boost your immune system and also help carry you through if you do catch a cold or feel something coming on. All right, so it's good to use. These are great for preventative as well as during the start of a cold and any other symptoms that you feel coming on. These are strongly antiviral, antimicrobial blends. And I have an awesome reference guide that I use when I want to find a good essential oil for somebody, and might tag this, put a link to this in the comments or the description and show notes. And it's a wonderful essential oil guide that really just lists out wonderful uses and applications, different approaches on using essential oils for personal use, okay? So it's just a nice reference guide, easy to use, easy to follow. I will state a disclaimer, I am not an aromatherapist. I am, however, a licensed acupuncturist and an herbalist. So I do work with plant medicine quite often, and I find that when you don't have access to herbs, essential oils are an easy replacement, and using them in conjunction with your acupressure points is very powerful. And so I'm going to speak to really the self-care uses that you can apply at home in a safe manner, okay? So one thing I do want to share is you don't typically want to use essential oils neat, which means directly on the skin. Usually we want to diffuse essential oils, or if we are applying them topically, we want to use a carrier oil. So something like coconut oil, or my personal favorite if we're working on the face at all is jojoba, okay? But with these, you can dilute them with either one of these types of carrier oils. You could even use olive oil, for instance, okay? Just something that will help dilute it. Now, I personally have found I don't have any sensitivities to these oils, so if I'm just placing a little bit on my wrist or a little bit behind my ears, it doesn't have any sort of reaction on my skin, so I will do that as a quick application. But I also have roll-on sets that I've made for myself that will have already the dilution within it so that I can just apply it quickly on the go. So it looks something like this. This is already pre-mixed, and it has a little roller ball at the end, so I can easily apply it. I don't have to worry about any sensitivities. Oh, it smells so good. All right. So let's get to the good stuff, right? So my go-to immune support essential oils are two blends, and they're called Thieves and ImmuPower. All right, and these are both Young Living brand essential oils. Now, you might have a preference for a different brand, and there may be a comparable blend within the brand that you use. I personally have loved Young Living for many years. My family has used Young Living almost since the beginning of their existence, really. And so we just have a preference, and that's my preference. But I do have some other brands that I've acquired for a few different things here and there when I've needed. But I know that they are also good quality and good sources. So just to share with you a little bit, and I'm going to read it directly from this. I don't have all of this information memorized, so I just want to be completely transparent with you all. But the first blend that has been my go-to since before I really got into any sort of holistic care as far as a profession is concerned, okay, something that I've used within my home since I was very young, is Thieves, okay? And then the Thieves Blend is a highly antiviral and antiseptic, as well as antibacterial and anti-infectious blend, all right? And it's based on a legend about a group of thieves in the 15th century who rubbed oils on themselves in order to steal and avoid contracting the plague while they robbed bodies of those that were dead and dying. So they were able to keep themselves from contracting the disease. And so when they were apprehended, they were forced to share their secret and disclose their formula of what they were using. And it was basically this blend of herbs, spices, and oils that they used in order to protect themselves in exchange for, you know, less intense punishment, I suppose. So what's in this? There's clove, all right, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus radiata, there's rosemary, all right? So all of these are wonderful even on their own. I personally have used clove for many things. Lemon is regularly used here in our home. Wonderful for cleaning as well. So maybe I'll do a whole nother episode just on what I use for cleaning around my home, and it's actually more Thieves infusions there as well. So wonderful blend that I love to use all the time. So how do I use this? So again, Thieves, I will usually apply this on my wrist, okay? I will apply this in the area behind my neck, okay? So right along the spine and or behind my ears, okay? So this area just behind your ears, kind of like your lymph area, right? Where you tend to perhaps get swollen lymph nodes if you're fighting an infection of some sort, right? Catching a cold. I will use that in those instances, okay? I will also diffuse Thieves in the house if there is a lot going on. Outside, people are sick around us, things like that, to kind of protect those in my home. I've also diffused this in the office during cold and flu season, and very helpful. And it has the benefit of smelling quite nice. As you can imagine, with these ingredients, clove, lemon, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary, it's just such a wonderful scent. All right, so next we have ImmuPower. And ImmuPower, flip over here in my book, is another blend, okay? Another formulation. And we have, this is a blend that strengthens the immune system, and it also helps to generate DNA repair in the cells. It's a strong antiseptic and anti-infectious. So another super powerful blend, all right? And the ingredients in this has a lot more ingredients. It's hyssop, mountain savory, cistus, ravinstara, frankincense, oregano, clove, cumin, and Idaho tansy, all right? So there's a lot of powerful plant medicine in both of these. So ImmuPower and Thieves are actually blends that I tend to alternate when I use them around the house or the office, but you can also use this on its own. All right, so you can diffuse this. All right, you can apply some drops along with a carrier oil and massage it into areas. So again, if you, something like this, like a roller ball applicator is really easy to do, so you don't have to like mix it every time you want to use it. You can just give the bottle a quick shake and apply it to where you want to put it. This is something that you can apply also in the same areas, so you can do this on the wrists, in these area behind the ears, or on the back of the neck, as well as the soles of the feet. So the soles of the feet are another wonderful area, again diluted, where you can apply essential oils. We have what is referred to in the Young Living world as VitaFlex points on the bottoms of our feet, but really it's the microsystem on our feet, like reflexology, right? Same with our hands and our ears, areas on the feet where the body is represented or organs are represented, okay? And so I like to apply this along the soles of the feet. Is really helpful, as well as thieves, especially in the change of seasons. I find keeping us free from being affected by the allergens around us. All right, so that's just some of the personal ways that I use this. Now, you can, like I mentioned earlier, you can use these essential oils even once you are having symptoms to help get you through it a little bit faster. Now, if you've got a little one at home, this is something that you definitely want to diffuse in a smaller quantity, okay? You don't want to make it so potent or too potent, but just a couple drops really does the trick in a good diffuser, all right? And whatever amount of water that goes into your diffuser, and just 1 to 2 drops can even have a really good effect for your whole home. If you do have a little one, Young Living does have a really great kids line as well. And if they happen to catch something and they're having a runny nose or some congestion, things like that, they sell really wonderful pre-diluted blends. And so this is SniffleEase, and it's really great. I use this for our son if he does have a runny nose or some congestion, even a cough. And I'll apply it a little bit on his chest or his back, right, over the lung area, or on the backs of his ears. Very small amount, you don't need a lot. These essential oils go a long way, and even this being diluted so it's safe for kids, you only need just a tiny bit. So I usually will put just touch my finger to the top of the applicator here and just tip it over, and I will put this on all of the areas without having to reapply again, okay? I find that's plenty. Okay, and it also helps with making your essential oils last a little bit longer. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments or send me a message through social media if you're just listening to the podcast, and let me know how you're using essential oils. Are you even using them in your home? Do you have any favorite go-to essential oils for immune support? Let me know, regardless of the brand. This isn't a brand war. This is more so just sharing my own knowledge and uses. And I know not only are we in the midst of a pandemic and we all want to do just a little bit more to keep our immune system supported, but we are entering cold and flu season as well, right? And so even with everything else going on, just your typical standard colds and flus, this is what I recommend every year for my patients. And I typically have essential oils in the office that I carry, and that way people can take them home and use them at home after I've explained to them, you know, how to apply it. And the other thing too is you can order online. So I will put a link down below where you can order your own set of essential oils, and I'll list out the recommendations that I've made already for carrier oils and the types of little jars and things that you can buy for easy application, so you don't have to carry around the entire bottle of essential oil. You can keep this at home and just carry either a rollerball applicator or some other smaller container to carry around with you in your bag or keep in your car. All right, so I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in, watching, listening, and let me know what kinds of topics you want to learn more about that are holistic self-care, wellness practices. Let me know what you want to know more about acupuncture and acupressure, Chinese medicine. I'm here to share the information and knowledge that I have with you. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy Halloween, everyone.